Yo, yo, yo. What's up, everybody? Happy Monday. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope everybody had a good weekend. We'll be into our City Skylines play today. Playthrough. Day 4, I think we're on. Um, Day 4 of City Skylines, working our way into Scaretober, which starts this week. Should be getting Fear 3 completed or played through. Fear 3, Outlast 1 and 2 probably. For sure the Dead Space series. And Scorn. Scorn going to get played once it releases. So we've got a lot coming our way. And I'm very excited. I love Scaretober. It's a lot of fun. And we'll have some scare alerts set up for you guys to kind of mess with me as I get my anxiety peeked through these gameplays. Yeah, it'll be good times. But I do hope everybody had a great weekend. Let's go ahead and do what we do. Let's get into this September 26th edition of Video Gaming News. How about that? Let's go. Let's go. All right. What do we got? I'll tell you what I do have. Java, and I need a lot more of it. I love it, baby. Let's go. Yeah. Play to earn video games like Axie Infinity. Promised a lot, but failed to deliver. Yeah, look. I mean, anybody that's been around the news segments or this community, this channel for very long knows that I'm quite opposed to a lot of these crypto based games and the different kinds of mechanics they incorporate, whether it be, play to earn, the Web3, NFT, blockchain, all these kinds of mechanics that have been incorporated into these games, which really it takes away from what a game is supposed to be and turns them into a job quite often for a lot of people. I'm very opposed to it, and that's not the only reason. There are a lot of reasons that make this bad stuff for the gaming industry. We've seen a lot of scams come about because of them. People have lost a lot of money because of these types of games that have come out and have scammed people. And I'm not going to tell anybody what to do with their money, but I will tell you to be very, very careful. Planning on jumping into these kinds of titles, do yourself a service and educate yourselves on what you're planning on jumping into, and be very careful. Yep. Nvidia releases fixed report gaming performance in Windows 11, I think is what this is. We'll take a look. Google Play for PC beta brings your Android games to the big screen. Let's take a look at that. Okay. 1X Player's new AMD 6800U powered handheld up for pre-order. Got a lot of handhelds coming out now after these companies have seen how well Valve has done with theirs. I'm actually surprised it took this long. With as well as the Switch has done with their, or Nintendo has done with their console of the Switch. It wasn't really until here recently where Valve really started ramping up production and has created their first iteration of the Steam Deck, where we see a lot of these other manufacturers in the hardware realm, the PC or the gaming hardware realm, trying to follow suit and create portable gaming devices as well. outside of just what you would see normally in like a a mobile device, like a phone or a tablet. An actual handheld platform with dedicated controllers and things like that. Take a look at it. We'll see what it has to offer. Games inbox. Why people are switching from PS5 to Xbox. Look, I've talked about this a lot here recently. Xbox is coming off as a much, much more fan and consumer focused company than Sony is. And this is coming from an individual who, for years and years and years, if I was going to buy and play on a console, it was PlayStation. And I have to say at this point, it would be hard for me not to buy into Xbox moving forward with everything that I've educated myself on and everything that we've come across in these new segments, in this channel and in this this community regarding the difference between Sony and Xbox currently. It would be very hard for me to choose Sony over Xbox right now. Very hard. We'll take a look at that, though. Let's do what we do, bro. What's up, Wick? How are you, man? How was your weekend, dude? Hungry as heck, dude. You need to eat some. You need to grub down, dude. Go get you about 5 or 6 sausage biscuits from somewhere. You know what I mean? Easy. Or about 7 or 8 donuts. Really just go for it this morning. I actually worked out for the last night for the or yesterday late evening, early afternoon for the first time in a while. So I'm probably gonna be really hungry today. And it always was mine too, gamer. It always was mine too. Yep, always. But everything I'm seeing and hearing and it's between these two businesses, these two companies, it's really changing my mind, man. 7 to 8 donuts, easy, dude, easy. What you do is you take a donut, you throw some bacon on there, you put some sausage on there, and then you put another donut on top of it. So really, I mean, if you go with 8 donuts, you're really only eating about 4 sandwiches, breakfast sandwiches, and but you got to get that protein in between there, in between those 2 donuts, Look, if you want to get big like me, that's what you got to do. All right, you got to be having that that donut breakfast sandwich mindset all the time. That might not be what you eat all the time. But you got to have that mindset all the time. Okay. Yeah. Look. Am I logged into Epic again? When is this coming? It's going to be early this week that these come off of Epic, I think. Let's take a look real quick. I'm not going to pull that article up. Oh, dudes. Let me log in here real quick. Give everybody a quick glance. Like to promote these free games, okay? That's not what I wanted. Store is definitely what we wanted. They finally check this out. Check this out. This is actually good stuff. Epic has not been a platform nearly as long as something like Steam has, right? And Steam is very, very user-friendly at this point. Whether it be with being able to flex with your profile or create collections within your library. Look what just popped up. I hadn't seen this yet on my Epic, but they've actually got an option for your library up here. Let me move my camera out real quick so you guys can get a better look at this. So stay organized with favorites and collections. Too many titles in your library to easily find what you want. Start by creating custom collections. Change their order via drag and drop and put your favorite games into one place with a simple click of a heart. So you can now create collections just like we do in Steam. Yeah, so in Steam, I've got a few different collections over here on the left. Playthroughs complete, just uncategorized Scaretober titles, possible titles for upcoming streams, things like that. Now you can do the same thing with your library in Epic. That's good stuff. They've got to start working more on customizing, making their platform customizable for the user. And this is a big move towards that. Also, achievements, which they are working on incorporating. They've already got some achievements going on in their games. And profiles. Gamers love their profile. You love to be able to flex and get different stuff on your profile, show that stuff off. That's supposed to be in the works too, but I had not seen the library stuff yet. That's very cool. I knew it was coming, but I hadn't seen it yet. So, yeah, your free games, guys. Free games. Let me get my camera back up here. There we go. Right now, Ark Survival Evolved and Gloomhaven, okay? You can get both of these games up until about 3 days from now. Roughly 3 days from now. And then you'll get Runbow and DRL, Drone Racing League. Okay, those will be the next free titles coming up. But don't forget to get your free games. Yeah? Even if you don't game on PC right now, this is what I would say to you. If you are a gamer, and there is even the potential for you to hop into the PC gaming realm at some point in the future, hop on your mobile device, open a web browser, create an Epic Games account, and just start a library of the free games they give away each week. It's not going to hurt anything for you. I mean, this is my library that I have started collecting. I have paid for very little of this, and it's a pretty nice library of games. And there's a lot of notable games in this as well, okay? So I'm just trying to promote not Epic specifically, but people to just have access to the world that I love, which is gaming. So, create an account, get on Epic, start a library, get yourself a library of these free games they give away. Every single week almost, it's 2 free games. And especially during the holidays, they give away very notable titles, AAA titles, about every single day for about a week and a half, things like that. So, I don't know. Don't forget, get your free games, okay, guys? Let's get back in it. Talked about that. Very cool. A couple of days ago, go look at, I think it's probably September 24th edition of Video Gaming News. We actually dig into an entire article about Project Amplify from Xbox. Pretty cool. Yeah, we also read about this yesterday. The alleged GTA 6 leaker has been formally charged, a 17-year-old. 17-year-old. Kids be smart. Kids be smart, man. Yeah, we already hit on this as well, and I'll just TLDR this. This is an article regarding the fact that Sony has reiterated the fact that, this is one of the big contrasts between what they have done in trying to compete with Game Pass, Xbox Game Pass, and Sony's PS Plus subscription service, right? If you look at Xbox brings the majority of their releases day one to Game Pass. Sony is saying, we're not going to do that. And we're not going to do that for the foreseeable future. We have no plans to do that. So that's one of the big, stark differences, contrasts between these two subscription services that you're going to find is that Sony is not going to be doing these day one releases. You're probably not going to see these big titles on their subscription service until quite a while after they release, because they want you buying those games instead of being able to play them through their subscription service. It's just a big, big difference than what Xbox does, yeah. We touched on this yesterday, and I mean, really, I think what Xbox has done with Game Pass and what they're doing with day one releases on their service is really changing the gaming industry. Whether you like it or not, whether you think it's a good thing or not, it's going to be very similar. It already is having effects and is going to have a similar effect to what we've seen happen in the entertainment industry as far as movies and TV series and what Netflix did, right, with their subscription service. It definitely changed the way we access titles, how often we go about spending money on not just, I mean, rentals are a thing of, that's like dinosaur stuff, right? Rentals no longer even happen. You don't go to a store and rent movies. If you rent anything, you're going to rent it online. But there's so many subscription services now, which was really, Netflix, the catalyst behind a lot of companies creating their own subscription service. And it made it to where you can just access anything online. And Xbox is kind of really, really being the catalyst behind the change in the gaming industry, heading that way as well. Let's pivot here. True video game leaks. We'll take a look at what that has to offer real quick. Dakar Desert Rally video game launches on October 4th. I'm not familiar with that. Let's see what that is. New Silent Hill game has been rated in South Korea. Yeah. That's a pretty good gives us an idea that Silent Hill is not too far away for us. A new Silent Hill game, whether it be an all new title or a remaster, remake. I mean, what is the Legend of Zelda? Is it coming to Netflix? What? I don't think I had heard that there was a Legend of Zelda adaptation coming out. What? We'll take a quick look at that. We've talked so much about people hating on the videos of the in development footage of GTA 6, which is just wild to me. I think it goes to show just how ignorant a lot of people are about the development side of video games, and just how quick a lot of people are to just judge things, you know. It doesn't make, especially when they have no idea how old that footage is. That's wild to me. I find it really, really off-putting. Yo, I'm not a nice person. What's up, bruh? How are you, dude? How you doing? How was your weekend? Hey man, Slay the Spire is getting a tabletop game. That's wild. Cool. A little bit ill? Oh, that sucks, dude. I'm sorry. Hopefully it's not too bad, man. Cross S8 release date revealed for Switch. Take a look at that. Really cold? Ah, that's terrible, dude. Again, we've talked about that. That's cool. Last page here. We'll see what we find. We talked about this yesterday. Wait. Uh, yeah, for sure. Gamer, huh? Again, what I was getting at was that everything that has come to light for me as of recent regarding the two companies and the way they're headed and how consumer friendly they are, fan friendly they are, that is what is changing my mind. Yep, that's exactly what I was getting at, and that's what I was stating. Yeah, there you go. Not a nice person. I mean, that's where most of my content lies as well as in PlayStation. But again, what I would say is that everything that I have found from the differences between these two companies and where they're headed and their focus on the community and their friend or their community and their fan base and trying to be consumer friendly and providing good content, good products. I think Xbox is absolutely easily winning that race. You know, you say that, but they're also rolling out. We've talked about this too. They're rolling out the family plan, right? So, um, and not that it's going to work for everybody, but um, basically, they're rolling out that family plan, which PlayStation doesn't have, and is going to drastically reduce the cost. Whether you get in there with a group of actual family members or just friends and you get in on this family plan, it's going to drastically reduce the cost of what you would normally pay for a Game Pass. You know? So, um, yeah, and it is more expensive, but you do get those day one games. So that is probably absolutely one of the reasons why it is more expensive. Yeah, but they are making up for it with the Family Pass stuff, so that's something to keep into consideration there. Absolutely. There's a lot of other stuff to talk about, though. I mean, PlayStation sucks with backwards compatibility. PlayStation's being very good with it. I mean, there are a lot of different ways that we've seen. PlayStation is upping their prices on their consoles almost everywhere in the world besides the U.S. right now. Xbox says we won't do that, even though Xbox has almost never ever made any kind of profit off of their consoles in the first place. And I mean, there's just a lot of different ways right now that and again, with the head of Xbox being Phil Spencer, I see a lot of quotes and a lot of things that come out of that individual that just make me see that company as a very gamer-minded corporation. That's all I'm getting at. That's all I'm getting. I've always been a PlayStation person as well, but they're changing my mind, and that's something, dude. Because I've honestly have not had a great history with Xbox products, and to say that now is something substantial for me. Yeah, you're an Xbox gamer, right on. See, I'm primarily PC. But I mean, I've always played around with consoles and everything too. So we just saw where Oxenfree is actually coming to Netflix in October. Um, and they're in the process of making Oxenfree 2. So let's see what they're talking about Oxenfree 2 here. Which Netflix actually bought the dev, if I remember correctly. Netflix actually owns Night School Studio, if I remember correctly. So we'll take a look here and see what's going on with that. New Xbox update lets players turn off the startup sound. Huh. Cool. Oh, Destiny 2 patents hint at mobile version plans. PS Plus October titles. Let's take a look at that real quick. We've already talked about the Gran Turismo movie coming out. Okay, let's stick with this. Let's get into all these articles. I mean, I respect that gamer. I really do. I respect, I think that's why a lot of people will decide not to move over to a different platform is because they've, already accumulated a large amount of content on a certain platform and they don't want to have to switch over. And I understand that. Um, for me, I'm more concerned with the approach that company is taking at how they view me as their customer and what they're trying to provide me. And right now, I see Xbox doing a better job at that. That's all I'm getting at. Switching from PS5 to Xbox, GTA 6 trailer hopes and Super Mario fears. Super Mario movie fears. All right, jumping ship. I don't know that they always have. And I'll tell you this, not a nice person. I have, over the history of my experience with Xbox products, I've had a very, very, very bad experience with Xbox products. From consoles to peripherals, everything. So I have stayed away from Xbox stuff for quite a long time now. And I've always been generally happy with PlayStation stuff. So I think to an extent, what you're talking about is Xbox does a better job generally. That is a very kind of vague general statement. And to an extent, a lot of this is going to be a subjective kind of experience, right? So everybody's going to have their own experience when it comes to that kind of thing, just like I was talking about and just like I have had. But in regards to, just explicitly like what I am being educating myself on doing these news segments every single day and what I have found in the way that these companies are headed and what they're doing more for the customer and for the fan base. And it just seems like Xbox is doing a better job to me nowadays. And I have to say that having Phil Spencer at the head of their company, I am constantly surprised at the how closely I relate and how much of an that individual obviously is very, very business minded. He's a good business person, but he also, you can tell, is just also a gamer, right? And I love that. Yeah. If I'm fake, then I can't get shouted at my page on Twitter. That's true. That's true. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. All good. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so I mean, look, I think everybody's experience is going to be a bit different, and I'm just kind of talking about the current state of play here, I guess. Whenever we're talking about how these companies are approaching um, the consumer and us as video game as lovers of video games right now, and I do feel that Xbox is substantially doing a better job. That is absolutely my opinion. I will say that I did take a dive back into trying some Xbox peripherals here lately, and I'm still not happy because their bumper buttons suck and they always have to be replaced. But I just do it myself. I'm probably going to do a video here pretty soon of just replacing the bumper buttons in a controller. That way it's out there if anybody needs to look at it or whatever. It's really easy, but it's just, you shouldn't have to do it. You know, that's my thing. But let's keep going. Microsoft / Xbox are paving the way for the future. While Sony is busy trying to focus on exclusive games for their console, Xbox created Game Pass that seems intent on introducing gamers to all types of developers and games, in addition to an agenda of making games available to as many people as possible on whatever service they want, be it an Xbox, PC, phone, etc. Microsoft is driving us into the future. Yeah. Now, before we go any further, and you know what we were bringing up is, um, let's see this real quick. And what I want to break down here is, you know, because this was brought up by Gamer, right? You know, you're talking about how much, you know, Xbox Game Pass is more expensive, and we know that, right? But yeah. So, um, Sony currently charges subscribers $17.99 each month for PS Plus Premium. They can also buy a quarterly 3-month subscription for $50 or a yearly at $200. Uh, that's not right, is it? When was this written? July 28th? That can't be right, is it? That can't be right. Gamer, I know that you've had subscriptions to both, or you do, or now I'm talking about the top tier, right? Top tier. This can't be right. Hold on. Ultimate, $14.99 a month. Premium at $119 a year. Is that correct? This isn't showing because you do get a discount if you pay for like an entire year or whatever. I think the thing to really take into consider here, you know, and what did gamers say? Did you actually put prices when you were talking earlier about it? No. I think this is the thing to keep into consideration here. I don't know how much more expensive it is. I would need to do a little bit more research. But you take a look at the fact that most day one, releases nowadays are costing 60, going up to $70 a month, right? US. Game Pass 17 a month for pay for year for PS is 12 a month. Okay. So about $5 more a month for Game Pass, right? Now, I mean, if you take into consideration that I don't know if there was ever just one single PlayStation game that you wanted to play day one when it came out, that's absolutely going to cover the rest of that, that Game Pass stuff, and basically, or that the difference in the Game Pass money, right? And with that Game Pass money, that you're spending, you're getting access to all their titles day one. So I mean, really, if you think of it that way, uh, and everybody's going to feel different about that, but it's really not a bad deal. You know what I mean? So you could end up purchasing one game at full price day one for PlayStation, and that's roughly going to equal what you play to get all the day one games on Xbox Game Pass for an entire year, right? If you look at it that way, Xbox is still, in my mind, easily coming out on top for gamers, But at the same time, I mean, it just depends on what you're looking to play, right? Because there might not be a single title that you really care to play that's coming out on Xbox. And there could be plenty of titles that you care to play that are coming out on PlayStation. And that makes a big difference. So that's not lost on me. Absolutely. But it's worth noting. It's worth bringing up. And thank you, Gamer. I appreciate it, buddy. Thank you. All right, let's start this over here. There was just something that came up, and it made me want to address it before I kind of lost it there, because that is a significant difference, especially when you're talking about games going up to being $70 a pop day one, nowadays. Microsoft and Xbox are paving the way to the future. While Sony is busy trying to focus on exclusive games for their console, Xbox created Game Pass and seems intent on introducing gamers to all types of developers and games, in addition to an agenda of making games available to as many people as possible on whatever service they want, be it an Xbox, PC, phone, etc. Microsoft is driving us into the future. And honestly, I can't stand the PS Store. It always sticks with the original retail price of games. You've been to the Xbox Store recently? All types of heavily, and I mean heavily discounted games. I've always bought and played all consoles of each generation, from PlayStation, Xbox, Nintendo, and Atari back in the day. I am so disgusted by Sony's moves and actions, in addition to the Xbox Series X's superior experience in every way, that I say good riddance to my PS5, sold it on the cheap, and am essentially boycotting the company. Sony can keep playing its little console wars game and spending loads of money on exclusive rights to ensure only a select number of people can play their previous games. I'll be over with everyone else on PCs and Xboxes, getting to know all types of games I would have never tried before. My PS5 sat in a corner unplayed because I'd kind of lost interest in it. With the Xbox, I've never been more excited about playing. Again, to an extent, this is going to be a very subjective kind of experience, and it's going to differ for everybody respectively. I don't have a new Xbox or PlayStation console, but I do see myself heavily leaning towards the side of Xbox if I was going to get a new console. I'm a long-time gamer. I've played Xbox and PlayStation for years now. I've been a PlayStation man since the release of the PS4. And look, I've played consoles for a long time as well as PC. I still have PS1, PS2, PS3. I've got Xbox One. I think I've got a 360 in there somewhere too. I've got old consoles, man, and I've played a lot of these different consoles over the years. Well over 200 games that are all bought from the PS Store, so I've been quite a good customer. But for the new PS Plus system, it's ridiculous. Like a lot of other people, I too went to extra from premium in a month. What happened to games like Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell? All the games were great, and Resistance 1, 2, and 3, or Medal of Honor. There are some of the games I was expecting to see on the classic catalog, but no, not at all. It's just a mixed up PlayStation now. There was even games on PS Now that you can't get on their new tier system, like Metal Gear Rising and several others, which I think is ridiculous. As much sympathy as I have for the people making GTA 6, after the leaks, I have to say that Rockstar continuing to act like a petulant child is not a good like. I think probably good look. They always do really, but banning people from even saying the word GTA 6 on Twitch and whatever is just silly. Yeah. The leak didn't really leak anything unless you think the setting is some massive spoiler, but so okay. Just release a teaser trailer and control the narrative yourself. Isn't it good to have people talking about your game? Well, here's the deal. This is the other thing I said. Like, it's not like they didn't already have people talking about their game, okay? Rockstar could literally hop on social media and just put out the title of the game, GTA 6, and the gaming industry and world blows up. Right? So it's not like they needed this leak to happen. And honestly, what it does is force their hand a bit. It's not good. It sucks. It feels really bad for them, okay? And in this day and age that we're at, where it's just constant people data mining for anything they can find on new games, and, I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's like we'll get the news when we're supposed to get the news. Let the developers do their jobs, man, and quit forcing their hands into or forcing them into a corner to where they have to give us information. Like that doesn't necessarily feel good to me. I feel like it puts them in a spot where they're releasing information to us when they're not ready to release information to us, or and we've seen how that's played out in the past. Whenever developers have released games, what's up, developers releasing titles to us because it got so hyped up that they felt like they needed to meet a release date. The more that the community found out about the game, the more it got hyped up. The more that the developer felt like they needed to meet release dates, and it turned into a hot mess. So look, I kind of disagree here. Isn't it good to have people talking about? Dude, people were already constantly talking about the game without the hack, and whether it be people from the inside leaking information about the games, or actual developers getting hacked like Rockstar did, and having this information be leaked, it's not good, and I can only imagine what they're going through right now with the development process and trying to kind of do some damage control here, and it can't feel good. It really can't. And we wonder why, developers are so hesitant nowadays to keep open lines of communication with us as the fan base and the consumer between this kind of thing and we've seen all the backlash. A bunch of people that have no idea what development's even about, talking trash about the way the game looks, and they have no idea what development takes or what even state of development this game was in for the videos that got leaked, and or trying to have open lines of communication, and then developers getting toxic feedback from these anonymous online idiots that think that they can just hide behind their these online monikers and say whatever they want to these developers, and then the developers are like, all right, we're done, we're shutting this down. It creates a hot mess, man, and it's not good, in my opinion. Hollywood influence, whatever the Super Mario movie ends up being, and I think at this point we're all bracing ourselves for the worst. I hope it's not one of these situations where the games start copying it even before they know whether it's popular or not. What I'd be especially wary of is them replacing Charles Martinet, who's also getting on a bit now with a Chris Pratt sound-alike. Tell me that's not something that sounds like exactly what they do. I'm still mad that Nintendo switched to using the rare version of Donkey Kong for everything as soon as the Donkey Kong Country games were a hit. I wish they'd switch back. I have a nasty feeling we'll be saying that about Mario soon, too. Oh, no. Day one problem. This is not good news from Sony saying that Stray was an anomaly for PS Plus. I think everyone can appreciate why they don't put their first-party games on PS Plus on day one, but I thought Stray was a clear sign they were prepared to do it with third-party games. It seems to go down very well, too, with the game getting far more attention than it would have otherwise. So what went wrong? There's no answer to that. I have no idea what Sony are playing at. At the moment, they do seem intent on not giving people what they want. No news, no real communication, no explanation for whatever it is PS Plus is supposed. Seriously, they would have been much better off not rebooting because the slow effort mess has done a lot of damage to their reputation, I feel. Stuff with the lack of retro games is especially confusing, yes. Hardly any at launch, even less afterwards. Was this the plan or has something gone terribly wrong? I'd say it has anyways. Yeah. I think that's the most pertinent stuff out of that article. We'll move on. Video game leaks that proved to be true. That's not even really worth looking at. No. No notification. Dakar Desert Rally video game. Launches October 4th. Is much bigger than you would expect. Just over 1 week away from the official. Man, I hate when articles do this. God. Put it on the left, man. Dive into the newest virtual rally raid experience. Choose between the standard edition and deluxe edition, with the latter including 5 future DLC packs with new vehicles, a new map, and 2 new rally events. You can experience the game on multiple platforms, including Xbox One, PC, PlayStation 4, and PS5. If you're reading the story, you probably have at least some knowledge regarding the world-famous Dakar Rally. This event was formerly known as the Paris Dakar Rally, as it had competitors racing for 6,200 miles, or 10,000 kilometers from Paris to France to Dakar in Senegal. Games like the Crew 2 take that figure further let's see. This game is bound to be exciting for anyone with previous rally raid experience. It might be a tough on those who have always relied on Google Maps or ways to drive around in real life. That being said, the simulation mode should be even more hardcore. Crashing in sport mode isn't all that bad, but doing so in simulation will lead to more serious, albeit virtual, consequences. There are 3 seasons, including starting from 2020 up to 2022, and with over 150 vehicles at hand, it's not likely that you can get bored of playing anytime soon. In-game visuals are superb. Feels exciting to see both the mountains and the sea. What might feel like a peaceful scenery for a moment can turn into a lightning show the next. Honestly, when the thunderstorm started, it all felt like racing on planet Exegol from Star Wars. Seems like the rain will affect grip levels, but we doubt that it's as bad as it would be in real life. Let's see this real quick. Okay. Well, if you want to read more about that, because I didn't read absolutely everything in that article, there you go. For you racing fans, it's in chat. A new Silent Hill game has been rated in South Korea. That's big news. South Korea's game rating committee has rated an unannounced Silent Hill game following more than a year of reports that Konami is set to revive the classic horror franchise. Silent Hill, the short message, was rated by the committee on Monday with no platforms specified. As noted by Gamatsu, the game's publisher is listed as UNIANA, a company which regularly publishes Konami games in South Korea. The rating is possibly related to one of multiple Silent Hill projects, which are reportedly in development at various studios. VGC first reported last February that Konami was planning to revive the long-dormant horror game series. According to multiple reports, that Silent Hill 2 Remake is understood to be one of the games in active development. It's also claimed that an episodic series of Silent Hill short stories are also in development. The images could also be related to yet another Silent Hill game said to be in development, which leaked online earlier this year via multiple concept images which were quickly removed from social media via a copyright claim. One leaked image for that project posted online today appears to show a messaging feature which could be related to the short message rating. Could also be related to a feature that was reportedly planned for Hideo Kojima's canned Silent Hills, where the game would send players real-life text messages. One studio constantly linked to the Silent Hill franchise is the Medium Studio Bloober team. Last year, the Polish developer announced a strategic cooperation agreement with Konami months after Bloober CEO claimed it was working on an existing horror IP from a very famous gaming publisher. Silent Hill's composer Akira Yamaoka even worked on Bloober's 2021 title The Medium and teased the next game project by stating that it was the one you've been hoping to hear about. Yeah, there's been some pretty good, substantial tidbits out there about the fact that there's going to be some Silent Hill stuff coming, right? So that's just a little bit more. What is The Legend of Zelda? Do you guys know what The Legend of Zelda is? I'm not familiar. Netflix has made countless series based on video games and plans to make more, especially in 2022. Just recently, anime fans got to witness the brilliant adaptation of the fan-favorite video game Cyberpunk Edgerunners. Not to mention one of Netflix's most popular series, The Witcher, starring Henry Cavill, is also based on a video game. Given how the OTT Mughal is making brilliant content based on our favorite video games, gamers can't help but be hopeful for the Legend of Zelda adaptation. The unique characters, the intriguing kingdom, and the exciting quest are proof that the video game is worth turning into a series. And if done by the right creators, The Legend of Zelda can become as iconic as The Witcher. Did you know that in a quest to put out exciting new content, Netflix was already making a live-action adaptation of The Legend of Zelda back in 2015? No. I've got to say, I do not necessarily care to see The Legend of Zelda as a live action adaptation. I would much rather see The Legend of Zelda done in a really nice animation style. Live action, live action Zelda would not appeal to me very much. Um, No secret that Nintendo games are top notch. Mario, Pokemon, Animal Crossing, and The Legend of Zelda are among the best. Given how brilliant its products are, it's only normal for Nintendo to be protective of it. The multinational video game company did let its guard down once, which is when we got the disastrous Super Mario Bros. The Lost Levels in 1986. The movie was so bad that when Nintendo decided to take an exile from anything Hollywood related, fans completely understood. It seems more than 2 decades later, the Japanese company has given Mario Bros. Another chance. This time it made sure that they were in good hands. However, this isn't the first time that Netflix and Nintendo are coming together. Back in 2015, stills of the live-action The Legend of Zelda on Netflix were leaked. Before fans even had time to cheer and make plans with friends to Netflix and chill, Nintendo had shut down the entire project. Look, look at the bend in this arrow, dude. And the duct tape fletching, that's cool. It happened so quickly and without any official confirmation that fans thought it was a hallucination. But comedian Adam Conover spilled some tea on the Surf podcast. Quote, then a month later, suddenly there were reports Netflix wasn't going to do its Legend of Zelda anymore, revealed Adam. Therefore, when the news leaked, Nintendo canceled all its adaptations. But with Super Mario Bros. On Netflix, there is hope for the Legend of Zelda again. If this is actually a screenshot from what they were trying to make, this might just be some kind of cosplay or whatever, and that's fine. But if it was actually like a screenshot, that's really rough looking. Cross S8 release date revealed for Nintendo Switch. Maybe. There's the potential there, for live action, I guess. But it would be really. I think the thing for me is because Zelda has always come off to me as more of a cartoony kind of title, right? Animation wise, or in the animation of the games and everything, it just seems like the crossover into some kind of adaptation for other media, whether it be movie or a TV series. It just seems like it would work better. And I'm not talking about it needs to be a cartoon. It flexes a little. The bend on the arrow allows her to shoot around obstacles. An arrow will. Okay, look, dude. Not whenever you're pulling it back. All right. Not like that, dude. I grew up shooting recurve bows. All right. So you want to go back and look at that again, the way it's being pulled back and the way that it's bending and curving. Dude, that arrow is going to fly off. It's not going to shoot straight. Oh, it goes around the planet to do the curve. Well, the planet's flat, dude, so you're wrong. You know what I mean? Unless you're standing exactly on the edge of the planet, and then it might, get around the disc. It could. Capoo. Yeah, absolutely. That's what I was getting at. Yeah. Yeah, arrows will flex a bit when they're shot. They definitely, they get a bit of a butt. Like that, dude. But that was she was pulling back, and the arrow had a huge bend in it while she was pulling it back, and had it all the way at release point. She lets that thing go, dude. There's no telling where it was gonna go. That's why it looked funny to me. Yeah, I don't know. Like, and I'm not talking about like it needs to be animated like a cartoon, like a little kid cartoon animated or anything to me. Even something more like, I don't know, like Arcane's animation was amazing, and it was very like I could see the Legend of Zelda coming out in an animation style like that to be more intense and a little more not as much of a cartoon feel to it, but still an animated series and be very good. I don't know. It would feel kind of weird to me seeing The Legend of Zelda as a live action series. I don't know, but it could be good. It could be good. Yeah, yeah. That's what it actually makes me think about that. It actually made me think about that. Yeah. It made me think because you often don't see that, right? You often don't. And they do a pretty good job with the props and everything nowadays too. But yeah, you're absolutely right, dude. You're absolutely right. Yep. Fans of the Cross S series will be happy to know that a new entry in the series is set to release on Switch very soon. As its name implies, Picross S8 is the eighth in Jupiter's series of nonogram games for Switch, and it's set to arrive on the console on September 29th. Nintendo revealed that information alongside a new trailer for the game, which outlines some of the features fans can expect to see. In total, the game will include 300 puzzles for Picross and Mega Picross, 30 color Picross puzzles, 150 clip Picross piece puzzles, and more. Give me Minesweeper. It's got those Minesweeper vibes. That's what I need. Where are you, dude? I love Minesweeper, man. It definitely gives you those vibes, doesn't it? Yeah, for real. Yeah. Halfway typing it and you said it. That sounds about right for us, dude. That's funny. That's funny, man. Me and you, buddy. Me and you. All right. Fans of the previous Picross S games on Switch will be happy to know the latest game will feature bonus content for those with saved data from earlier titles. From the start, players will find two large Picross puzzles in the game's extra content section, and players that have saved data from Picross S4, and Picross S5, and Picross S6 will automatically unlock extra puzzles as a result. The game will also offer multiplayer options and support the Switch console's touch screen. Exclusively a digital title might come as a slight disappointment for some Switch fans. Fans will just have to check out Picross S8 on September 29th for $10. Pre-orders can be found at the link in this article. I'll link it here in chat for you guys. There you go. If you're interested, we kind of touched on this a little bit yesterday, but again, if you're not familiar, Oxenfree, original Oxenfree game is now coming to Netflix. I think early next month. You're funny, dude. And Netflix has bought the studio behind uh, the Oxenfree game, which is developing Oxenfree 2, right? If I remember correctly. So Night School Studio reportedly delayed the release of Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals. According to Engadget, the sequel to 2016's Oxenfree will not arrive until next year. The developer announced on Saturday, quote, to make Oxenfree truly special and add more localizations, we're moving our release window to 2023. The studio was quoted as saying, news of the delay came shortly after Netflix announced subscribers could download the original game for free. Yo, Dots, what's up, my friend? How are you? Welcome, welcome. I see that. Sorry, guys. Yeah, welcome in, my friend. Uh, welcome to the channel. Doing some news, and we're gonna go play some games. So news of the delay came shortly after Netflix announced subscribers could download the original game for free. What's this channel about? This channel is about good vibes, being inclusive, laughing, being welcoming. We do video gaming news every day. It's about Capu Noodles. We do video gaming news at the beginning of every single stream, and then we just play games, man. Yeah. We do. I'm a variety streamer. I play all kinds of different games. I'm very passionate about gaming, and so is everybody else that's part of this community. So that's what has prompted us to do the video gaming news segment at the beginning of every stream. So we take about an hour, roughly an hour and a half average at the beginning of every stream every day, and we go over what's going on in the industry and stay current, and then we hop into whatever playthrough we're currently in the middle of. Right now, we're doing gameplay of both City Skylines, just some chill City Skylines stuff because I've never played it, and playing some Shatterline FPS stuff, a new FPS that has come out from an indie developer out of Ukraine. What's going on with GTA 6? Making fun of streamer, making fun of viewers, lots of Kappa. Yeah. That's basically it right there from Sonic. Yeah. Oh, what's going on with GTA 6? I mean, it's in development. Rockstar got hacked, you know? So I would say that's the gist of it, man. You're probably aware of most of that, and ultimately, we just touched on this just a little bit ago. TLDR, I think it feels kind of bad that developers' hands get forced so often, whether it be from insider leaks or data mining or hacks of this nature, forcing developers to play a hand they're not ready to play yet. Yeah, they definitely got hacked. They definitely got hacked. This was about a week ago. Yeah, they got hacked. So basically what happened was there's somebody has been arrested for it at this point. A 17-year-old has been arrested. I need to get some more details in regards to what is happening on that front. But a 17-year-old has been arrested at this point. I can't remember exactly where they're from. But yes, they got hacked. A lot of the game's code was stolen, as well as I think roughly what was it, like somewhere between 60 to 90 videos of gameplay from various stages of development of GTA 6. And that's basically what's happened. And of course, the industry and a lot of, especially, I think the biggest thing to take away is that there are a lot of people that have no idea what game development takes, and I'm not necessarily that person either, but a lot of people are like, this game looks like crap, and they have no idea. There's been a lot of criticism about the leaks when Rockstar didn't leak any of it. It was a bunch of in-development footage that got stolen from them. But then a bunch of people came out and were like talking trash about the way it looked, and it was like, you guys have no idea what stage of development this was in. Just chill out. Yeah, psych. there will be some kind of repercussions for that individual to an extent, but yeah, you're probably right. Somebody will find out. Somebody will probably offer them a decent job doing some kind of, you know, network defense or you know, networking job for their company. Probably. Is that bad or no? Well, this is the way I feel about it, and I don't feel like it's good for the industry. Got a preview of the game? Did we? I mean, that I don't really think so. I think we got to see a lot of what they had been working on in development, but this what you've got to take into consideration here. Just call me Dots. Is this is not footage that Rockstar was prepared to release to the public to show us what anything we might possibly get to see as a finished product of the game, right? So, everything that got released is absolutely stuff that needs to be taken with a grain of salt. You understand what I'm saying? And so ultimately, all the way around, the way I feel about it is that it's not good. It's not good for the industry as a whole. It's not good for Rockstar. It's not good for us. It doesn't really show us anything substantial about, you know, what we're potentially going to see as a finished product for the game. It forced Rockstar's hand in addressing what people are seeing in the game when they weren't ready to address it. You know, what it does is it shuts off, it makes an even more disparity between developers of video games and us as the lovers and fans of video games. There's a lot more reluctance. Anytime something like this happens, there's more reluctance and hesitance between developers to have clear, open lines of communication and want to divulge information to us, right? Because of the backlash they get in regards to the stuff that people see and find. Whether we talk about the new Monkey Island game and the backlash they got about even the finished product that people were seeing in the trailers, they caught so much backlash just for the art style and stuff. They turned off their social media or even stuff like this in a leak, right? Where people are giving Rockstar a ton of backlash when they are not even the ones that released this stuff. They got hacked for it, you know? And it's like, look, we weren't trying to show you guys anything, you know? But they're having to shut down their social media stuff. And to me, ultimately, the way I feel about it is that it doesn't feel good. Live stream officially the game development of that game? No. No. I mean, look, you're in a very competitive business world as well, right? So you're just going to live stream the development of your game and show everybody what you're doing, and all these other people that these other developers that are trying to kind of copy what you're doing as well. So you're just going to show them all of your tricks and things that you're incorporating into your game? No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. You know, this is a business as well for them, right? So you're not going to show everybody what you're doing. And again, what it's done is you know, quite often us as the consumer and the fans of this content, they keep getting backlash from people that don't understand the way development works. And it wouldn't matter if they live streamed it or not. They would get people talking a bunch of trash about it. And it would ultimately, they would just shut it down. And they would go, well, this isn't worth it. You guys have no idea what this takes. And you know, they're never going to be able to make everybody happy. And they would just get tired of hearing a lot of the trash that everybody has to say when it would just be people watching, you know? Oh, hey, man, I have no idea about that. I didn't say anything about it being illegal. So I have no idea about that, buddy. That's something you would need to dive into. I haven't ever tried myself. I'm not into making mods or development or anything like that. So I don't do that kind of content creation. Therefore, I think that if you're into potentially the idea of getting into that, you'll probably need to just do your own research about terms of service, and I don't think it would be anything against TOS on Twitch. If you're making a mod in a game, but making a mod is also completely different than actually developing an entire game. You know what I mean? That's something completely different. So I don't know. That's something you would have to research yourself, buddy. So again, Oxenfree 2 is yeah, absolutely, man, absolutely. Welcome to the channel. Hope you have a good day. If you're not hanging out for the rest of it, all right. To make Oxenfree 2 truly special and add more localizations, we're moving our release window to 2023. The studio is quoted as saying, okay, cool. News of the delay came shortly after Netflix announced subscribers could download the original game for free. People are wild, man. The streaming giant acquired Night School. Bit too big. Okay, right on. Yeah, I can understand that. The streaming giant acquired Night School Studio in 2021, giving Netflix's global audience taking more time to localize the game in more languages, making a lot of sense, the report said. To that point, the new Netflix edition features subtle subtitle support in more than 30 languages. Oxenfree 2 Lost Signals will be available on Steam, PS4, PS5, and Switch when it arrives next year. Yeah. So that's just a bit of more information adding to what we had already kind of read yesterday. Well, I will say, just call me Dots. If you've never tried City Skylines and you do like SimCity, maybe give it a shot. This is my first venture into City Skylines, and I am an old school SimCity player, and I'm really enjoying it at this point. That's what I said. Was just call me Dots. Is that what you just want me to refer to you as Dots? That's fine. Yeah, that's fine. Let's see here. So yeah, new update for the Xbox lets players turn off the startup sound. Microsoft is always looking for new ways for players to customize their experience on the Xbox. In its continued attempts to do just that, the company has rolled out a new Xbox update preview to alpha users. The new update will feature a handful of quality of life improvements, including the ability to turn off the console's startup sound for anyone that plays their system late at night, possibly when the rest of the house is asleep. This is a very nice option. It's definitely not a game changer, but it's great that Xbox plans on giving all users that option in the future. I mean, wouldn't you just have the sound off of your sound bar or your TV or whatever? You know what I mean? If that's the play, I don't know. If you're not trying to wake people up, you're going to have the audio off anyways on whatever device you're using. In addition to this new audio option, the latest Xbox update will also offer a number of different fixes for various issues. According to the official Xbox Wire website, users should expect to see the following. For apps, it fixed an issue where the Xbox Accessories app would close unexpectedly when configuring a controller. Fixes to address an issue where the list of titles, when filtered by installed and ready to install in the full library, were not always accurate. Additional fixes to address an issue where the full library would continue to load until the console was restarted. Various updates to properly reflect local languages across console. And users participating in preview may see odd text across the console. For more information, they have a link. Yo, Dots, thank you, my friend. I think this is actually just for the Xbox consoles. Yeah, it seems like it's just for the Xbox consoles is what it looks like. Yeah. Yep. Oh, hey. Thanks, man. I'm glad. Yeah, it's good to have you. Appreciate the follow, my friend. Now that these fixes...
He's the most powerful hacker of all time.
Now that these fixes for the issues are in the works, there are a number of other known issues that the company is looking to resolve. Xbox users that are interested in being considered for these types of alpha releases can do so by accessing the Xbox Insider Hub on their console and selecting Joining New Rings under the Activities tab. Clicking that will prompt the user to fill out a survey, which will make them eligible. Many users will be more than happy to wait for these updates to get a general release. However, those interested could help Xbox make the console more friendly to users. All right, yeah. Here you go, guys. There are a few links in here, so if you needed to read further on that, I'll throw this. Wait, what do you mean missed opportunity earlier? For what? For what, dude? I got attacked. We're good though. For the GT. Oh yeah, that's true. Destiny 2 patents hint at mobile version plans. I'm actually not even surprised at all at this, you know. Rumors suggest a mobile version of Destiny 2 could be in development. First noticed by the Game Post, a handful of patents from Bungie hint at features necessary for a mobile version, including touchscreen controls. In total, 6 patents were filed in March before being published earlier this month, and they offer a compelling window into what we might see in the future. The patents don't provide any indication whether this would provide the same experience as the current game, or if it would be an entirely different experience. Bungie has made no announcements regarding a potential mobile version of the game. It seems quite possible that Bungie is at least entertaining the idea, but it's worth noting that companies frequently file patents that don't end up going anywhere. PlayStation has notably filed all kinds of patents, applications that have yet to pan out, including an interesting one that would have allowed users to turn everyday items like bananas into controllers. What? Yo, Nevaeh, what's up, my friend? Oh, dude, that's because all I do is drink coffee. Yeah. I do want. I do have some plans to get some new channel point stuff hooked up here before long, but yeah, the hydrate thing, dude, is not in effect here. Yeah, all I do is drink coffee. I need a coffee hydrate one, I guess. Probably drink more coffee. That said, the banana controller is a lot less plausible than a mobile version of a popular shooter. Nevaeh, how you been, my friend? PlayStation completed its purchase of Bungie in July. Yeah, the two companies have promised all along that the intent is to keep Destiny 2 on multiple platforms. If a mobile version of Destiny 2 really does happen, that would actually make the game available to even more players than it was before. That's good news for all gamers, and it could make it easier for Destiny 2 players to check out the game when it's not as convenient. Until we get an official announcement, though, fans will just have to keep waiting patiently. It wouldn't work for me, dude. I would just eat a banana and then I would eat a hamburger right after or something, you know? That's wild. Okay, yeah, so Destiny 2 quite possibly coming mobile, you know? Oh, that's cool, Nevaeh. Right on. Yeah. Awesome. Nice. Very cool. All right, let's see what we got here. Few more articles. PS Plus October, free PS5, PS4 games. Dark Souls, Back for Blood, and Little Nightmares 2. If you're a PS Plus subscriber, then you'll be pleased to hear that the free PS4 and PS5 games are about to be revealed by Sony. The October 2022 free PS4 and PS5 games will be officially unveiled on September 28th. The PS Plus Essentials will be available to download less than a week later on the morning of October 4th. In the run-up to the big reveal, Express Online has put together a list of predictions for PS Plus Essentials lineup. First-party games are usually a safe bet. Although Sony is starting to run out of exclusives to give away, there is, however, a strong possibility that Sackboy: A Big Adventure will join PS Plus. Yeah. Automod will get stuff a lot in this channel, so be ready for that. There is, however, a strong possibility that Sackboy: Big Adventure will join PS Plus. Already available to premium subscribers, other contenders include Returnal and the excellent Spider-Man Miles Morales. With Sony having purchased a stake in From Software, don't be surprised if we finally see Dark Souls Remastered join PS Plus, or maybe Demon's Souls or Sekiro. Kena Bridge of Spirits, Watchdog Legion, Doom Eternal, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, Mass Effect, the Legendary Edition, and No Man's Sky could also realistically make an appearance. With Halloween on the horizon, there's also a chance Sony will make a horror-themed game available to PS Plus subscribers. That would make sense. Vampire, Friday the 13th, the video game, The Last of Us Remastered, and Amnesia Collection are just some of the horror games given away in October. So don't be surprised if something similar happens this month. Possible contenders include The Medium, Little Nightmares 2, Blair Witch, and perhaps even Back 4 Blood. You could even throw in the aforementioned Dark Souls Remastered into this category. In the meantime, PS Plus subscribers still have time to download and install the free games for September. This includes Need for Speed Heat. That's up Devea's alley right there. Not fully awake yet. Yo, me either. That's why I need to keep drinking the coffee. Coffee hydrate. Fighting game Grand Blue Fantasy Versus and unique indie title Toem. Need for Speed Heat is undoubtedly the highest profile PS Plus release in September, featuring open world gameplay set in the fictional Palm City. Grand Blue Fantasy Versus, meanwhile, is the well-regarded 2D fighting game developed by Guilty Gear Studio Arc System Works. Then there's hand-drawn adventure game Toem, which takes players on a photographic journey filled with unique characters. You can download the games until the morning of October 4th, and remember to join Express Online for the October 2022 free games reveal on September 28th. Yeah, that would be wild to see what horror games coming into the October time frame here for the PS Plus subscription. Absolutely. We're getting ready for Scaretober, baby. I know Sayek's ready. Yeah. I know Devea's ready too. Devea likes the horror games, huh? Or the horror-esque, the Halloween times. I love Halloween. 1X player's new AMD hoarding the points. Yeah. 1X player's new AMD 6800U powered handheld is up for pre-order. Again, look, there's discounts to be had for early birds. This is the same thing that's happening with Logitech's new handheld as well. And it looks pretty similar. So Logitech just came out with a handheld that is being touted as a platform to play cloud gaming services, whether it be like Xbox's Game Pass stuff or Nvidia Geforce Now. This is probably going to be the same kind of thing. One of the biggest booms for gaming has been on the portable PC front. Gaming laptops are getting more powerful every year, but they're also expensive machines that take up space. If all you want to do on a portable monster is game, you can save money and hassle by going for a machine that's purpose-built for games like the new and ever more popular Switch-like handheld PCs. Yeah, I mean, we can listen to it, but I read them. I read it for you. All right? How about that? While rumors are circulating around the Steam Deck 2, there's not much concrete. We don't even know when to expect. Because look, here's the thing. As I read these things, I also kind of give comments and input in regards to what my thoughts are regarding these particular topics, right? So that's one of the reasons I like to read it for you guys and for myself. While rumors are circulating around the Steam Deck 2, there's not much concrete. We don't even know when to expect the new handheld PC console hybrid. And Valve is still getting through the backlog of current orders. But Valve has been kind of rolling these out. They keep coming and going. You know, anybody that has an order queued up right now for a Steam Deck, it will be fulfilled soon, or you'll get it by December. That's why I was telling everybody here recently, if you're in the market for a Steam Deck and you want to get one by Christmas for yourself or maybe somebody else, you should get that order in soon. Very soon, because they keep doing this, but I don't know how much longer they'll say you're going to get this by the end of December is going to happen for Steam or for Valve, you know. So if you're in the market for one and you want to get it by Christmas, you probably need to get that order in fairly quickly for that device. I doubt that, Dots. But what I will say, Pinky, what's up, dude? The size of our Valheim world just crashed my Steam when I was uploading a Steam file. Oh no, dude. Too chonky, yeah. Oh, dude, Devea, me too. Yeah, I know we're both in that boat for sure. Yo, Dots. No, 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 you're good. No, but you're not wrong. I mean, they've already come out and talked about how they're already working on the next iteration of the Steam Deck. And I think that's good for them. The Steam Deck is a very good device from what I understand. I haven't got my hands on one. And you're not necessarily all that wrong. It won't be that fast or anything, but they are working on the next iterations of it. So we'll see. We'll see. I mean, they've been very vocal about it. They're being very open with the community and the industry and saying, hey, we're already focusing on what the next iteration of Steam Deck's going to be for us. So yeah, I mean, I'm the same way, Dots, but I think there's something to be said for being able to game on the go. A lot of people have very busy lives, and I think that really the Switch has shown. The Switch was definitely the catalyst behind the resurgence of dedicated handheld gaming devices again, right? Outside of what Nintendo had been doing for so long with things like the DSs and stuff like that, but I think the Switch really was the catalyst, and then Valve coming in with the Steam Deck, they showed what new hardware can actually do, and bringing AAA games to a handheld device, like that for PC players, and so I think they've done a good job with it. And you're seeing a lot of other developers, hardware developers, try to follow suit here, right? Just like this. Yeah, Dots. Yeah. How the times change. Yeah. While rumors are circulating around the Steam Deck too, there's not much concrete. Yeah. Well, still a little shaky of whether or not you get your hands on one, but other companies are more than happy to fill the gap. One such is 1X Player. The company has been pumping out handheld PCs for quite a while now, and they come in a fair variety of builds featuring AMD and Intel-based designs. Now, the latest line of AMD units, the 7-inch 1X Player Mini Pro, is up for pre-order. Comes with a discount and some bonuses for those ready to put down a deposit. New handheld is powered by an AMD Ryzen 7 6800U, potentially like the AOK ZOE AI, which is another competitor that's still up for pre-order. Though that device has offered pre-orders for a while, this new one from 1X Player feels like a fairer bet given 1X Player already has a decent track record for these machines, like the OneNet Notebook 1X Player Mini we reviewed. Dude, the names are insane. These new units from 1X Player boast a Radeon 680M GPU with the hot new Gen LPDDR5 RAM. Strong AMD handhelds coming in the near future with claims that the 1X Player Mini Pro boasts a 200% frame rate increase over previous units paired with a HD 323 PPI panel. Look at this. The 1X Player Mini Pro is set to retail for $2,000. Pre-ordering it unlocks a 23% discount, bringing the price down to $900, plus a bonus dock and protection bag to go with it. Well, I think that, yeah, the future is now. Yes, Pinky. Yeah. And tomorrow. Yeah, gamer. That's what I was thinking too. I mean, this is the thing when you talk about Logitech's new console. That's what I was bringing up because we've touched on that over the past couple of days as well. You look at this price here, right? For the even with the pre-order price of $920, the lowest model of Steam Deck is like what, $350? $350 for the lowest model of a Steam Deck, and that's supposed to be a pretty solid device. And that's where like we really don't have a whole lot of information about the build quality, your warranty stuff, how easy it's going to be to fix these if something does break. Same thing with the Logitech stuff. At least the Logitech device is on par with the same price as the Steam Deck is, but that's very expensive. Very expensive. Can you just imagine how much plastic goes into the landfill with all these things? Yeah, I think, look, there's a much larger initiative nowadays, especially with electronic companies, to build products in sustainable ways, package things in sustainable ways, put into cleanup efforts that kind of off-put what is going to happen with the devices at the end of their lifespan, because that's definitely a concern, right? And at the same time, what you're seeing happen a lot is, and not that everybody utilizes it, but I do promote this quite often, is if you have old electronic devices, quite often what you're seeing pop up around the world, not everywhere, but it's becoming more prominent, is places to e-recycle or recycle electronic waste. So they'll actually go through and remove the casing from things and recycle it as plastic, and then they'll take the circuit boards out and they'll take the wiring out, and they basically they break everything down and recycle it in a much more environmentally friendly way than these types of items just being thrown into the trash, taken to a dump, and just put into a landfill or what have you, or dumped in the ocean or what have you. So I don't know. There's always that sense of we produce products, which means we produce waste, right? So I don't know. That's the way of the world. It's not a great thing. At least there's some initiatives and some efforts trying to make the world a bit of a cleaner place. Bit by bit, I would say. Nvidia releases fix for poor gaming performance in Windows 11 2022 update. There have not been many reports of issues following the release of Windows 11 2022 update, but this does not mean that Microsoft's first major update to Windows 11 is free from problems. Gamers, for instance, have reported poor game performance with Nvidia GPUs after installing the update. Nvidia was quick to start investigating the problems and has already come up with a solution. The fix involves the installation of a beta app. In a post on its support pages, Nvidia acknowledges the gaming issues by saying, quote, some users may observe lower performance in games or applications after updating the Microsoft Windows 11 2022 update. Acknowledging the issue is a start, but gamers are looking for solutions. Thankfully, Nvidia has one. Install the Nvidia Geforce Experience version 3.26 beta. This can be achieved in a couple of ways, as Nvidia explains here. You can manually download the driver or get it from the Geforce Experience, which is their software, right? For anyone who is uncomfortable with the idea of installing a beta version of a driver, Nvidia says that the non-beta version of Nvidia Geforce Experience 3.26 is expected to go live with a new Geforce game-ready driver later this week. All right, I'm going to throw this in chat just in case anybody's already running Windows 11. You might be having some issues that might be able to help you out a little bit, okay? Reminds me of the anti-piracy thing. You wouldn't download a car. I think I'd download this console if I could. No, I don't think I've seen that from the IT crowd either site. That's a great show though. Oh, for real, Dots? Oh, wild. Yeah, man. I mean, usually with me when it comes to operating systems and Windows being an operating system, I am not quick to update to a new OS. I've been on 10. I've stayed on 10. Probably stay on 10. Now they come up with a solution. Yeah. I'll probably stay on 10 until yeah, that's the same way I feel about it, Pinky. Yeah. That's usually the way it works for me, especially with this PC because of everything that I have running for the stream and gaming and stuff like that. There's always the potential for all the different software that I'm utilizing and running. If I update it to Windows 11, there's the potential for wonkiness. So the longer that Windows 11 is out, the longer they have to work on compatibility with other types of things running on it and its own drivers and things like that, then that's usually why I just wait. I just wait until they're getting close to stopping support for it, and then I'll upgrade. That's just how it usually works for me. But Dots, I'm sorry that you're having that issue. Sucks. Maybe that'll help you if you want to go back to 11, though. This is the last article I have for the day. So, if anybody has anything they would like to add that maybe I haven't touched on today or in previous news segments, let me know in chat. We'll address it before we move on to our gameplay today, okay? Google Play for PC beta brings your Android games to the big screen. Would have gotten away with it, too, if it wasn't for those meddling anons. I'll have to look at that, Psych. I'll have to look at it. Well, maybe we'll watch it, dude, right in between the news and yeah. Let me see this. We'll watch it right between the news and the gaming stuff. We'll watch that real quick. Don't watch it on stream. Okay. Okay. All right, I'll watch it off stream then. Thanks, Vicky. Thanks, Vicky. Yo, random mode time. Let's go. Let's go. Here at PC Gamer, we tend to like playing games on PC. Many of us are open-minded enough to find fun in other places, like on consoles and the likes, but we still like our PCs. We like our PCs so much we get excited when we can play non-PC games on them. Every time Sony decides to release something like God of War or Spider-Man on our beloved platform, we go nuts with celebratory mods. These huge, ultra-impressive games finally coming to PC is always cause for excitement, unless they come out as a terrible port. But what about potentially hundreds of little ones? As of today, Google has officially launched its Google Play games for PC beta across Australia, Hong Kong, South Korea, Taiwan, and Thailand. This means that users with Google Play accounts from those regions will be able to check out some Android gaming titles on their PC. Yeah, no, thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Yeah, you're good. Yeah, thanks, guys. I will definitely watch it, though. The application can be downloaded straight from Google's site. There may even be a prompt for it at the bottom of your welcome screen when loading your browser. Installing the app gives you access to browse, download, and play the mobile games on offer. Right now, Google is boasting over 40 games are available on the platform, which is a fair start for a beta offering. Looking through the games, there's not much there that piques my interest as someone who's not really into mobile gaming. Potentially more intensive games like Genshin, with its huge character list, are nowhere to be seen yet. But given Android still doesn't have controller support, that's not too surprising. Instead, the catalog contains mostly established mobile titles like Idle Heroes, Cookie Run, and those cursed-looking garden and homescaping games. Hard to say if games like these will really benefit from a PC interface, given they're all very mobile optimized titles. Still, a mouse and keyboard can often lead to a clear advantage, especially as more games come out. Regardless, it's nice to have the option to play these games on a big screen and not run down your phone battery without need. To get Google Play games for PC beta running, you may also need to take a quick trip to your BIOS and enable hardware virtualization. Sometimes this is called other things like SVM or Secure Virtual Machine on AMD units. This will allow your computer to run Google's game emulations, though it does make us wonder what other Android uses this could potentially have. After that, it's all fairly easy, especially as Google has trimmed down the minimum requirements to run this new application. Only requires Windows 10 rather than 11, And it's pretty mild on the hardware side, too. 8 gigs of RAM combined with an Intel UHD graphics 630 GPU equivalent and a 4-core CPU have only slightly demanding requirement in an SSD with 10 gigs of free space. We have some suggestions if you're out. Most PCs you have laying around can fairly easily become a Google Play machine with these light requirements. Cool. Yeah, we'll see how that progresses moving forward for Google Play on PC as well. Yeah. All right. That is news. That is video gaming news for September 26th, guys. Thank you. Thanks to everybody that's part of this community. Thanks to everybody that was part of the segment today. You guys are amazing. And we will be moving on to City Skylines Day 4 and probably a little bit of Shatterline as we work our way towards Scaretober. Yeah, absolutely, Dotch. Yeah, I'm going to sum this up, but yeah, you go for it, buddy. So, if you are viewing this content on YouTube later on and you're enjoying it, see what you can do about coming and hanging out with myself and the rest of this amazing community when we go live at 6 o'clock a.m. CST every single day, and we start all of our streams off with video gaming news, okay? Also, consider hitting that like and subscribe button for me if you wouldn't mind. Other than that, you guys just stay healthy, stay safe, be kind, and we'll catch everybody tomorrow for September 27th edition of Video Gaming News, all right?